All right, I'm going to break down some hidden details in the EA Sports College Football 25 game that you may have missed. And I'm sorry for getting this video out kind of late for the gameplay. It's just, I've kind of been sick lately. So I'm going to get into it. And so first off, I'm going to kick off with Dynasty Mode. I'm going to go about commentating, and I think we're going to get like Reese Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit for like all the main games. That is when I'm spectating. And we're going to get like Reese Davis and people like that for like the smaller games, like the non like big games. So that is the commentating. All right, another thing is that if you want to coach a team, you're only going to be able to coach 30 seasons into the Dynasty, which a lot of fans are not really happy about. But I don't really understand. Like, after 2 seasons, I honestly kind of get, like, bored of, like, my team since I'm stomping everybody. So I'm kind of really skeptical of how this is going to feel. I mean, I know 30 years for a video game is not that much, but, I mean, hey, what are you going to say? Like, we're getting the game, right? All right, next there is going to be custom conferences. Well, you're not going to be able to make a conference, but you're going to be able to switch them around. And the cool thing is that they're going to be able to update your conference logo on the field. Like, say you're in the SEC and you want to move your team to the Big Ten. The Big Ten logo is going to be on the field like you see here on Michigan, like that Big Ten logo right there. And, yeah, I don't know if jerseys are going to be included with the change, but we'll wait to see. All right, next there is going to be a coaching carousel for this EA Sports College Football 25 game, and it's just like the old coaching carousel. You're going to be able to get offers from other schools, bigger schools, smaller schools. If you're an offensive coordinator, you might get a position of being a head coach at another school, which that is a cool thing that we're going to be doing. And that there is going to be a gen in this game called Campus, like something campus. It's like a different engine, unlike Madden, and this is going to be a faster paced game other than Madden, which I think you all know. And another thing is with coaching is that there is going to be an 11 like option tree for, like, say you're Nick Saban. You're not going to be perfect at everything. Your coach is going to have to level up, and it's going to be even more complicated than the NCAA 14 game. This is a good thing, and there are some bad things about this. Like, some people might get like really upset and they don't know what to do, and other people might like be like, hey, like, this is a challenge, this is really fun, you know what I'm saying? And you are going to be able to choose 3 things you want your coach's likes going to be like a motivator, and like a recruiter, or like a technician, or whatever you call it. I don't know, but that's what it said on the website that I'm using for sports, for the EA Sports College Football 25 game. And another thing I really want to touch on, I know this has nothing to do with like Dynasty Mode, but like, look, like the play now screen and like choosing teams is like insane. Like, I don't know about you, but like with the helmets, man, it's sick. And also there is a transfer portal for the Dynasty Mode, and this is going to be like free agency in Madden 24 or 25, depending when you watch this. But it is just going to be like a new touch. It's like off season, and you get to like obviously pick up your players who you want on your team from the transfer portal. And that is all I really know right now, because there's not too much detail for the transfer portal. But yes, that is going to be in the game. And you're obviously going to be able to recruit players from the high school. So, yeah. And another thing people want to wonder, if you can export your draft class into Madden 25. And what I'm currently looking at right now is no, you cannot do that. Which honestly is kind of, like, I'm not saying it's bad or stupid, but I think that should be like a main thing that they should have in the game. Because I think that was in NCAA 14 where you could do it into the Madden 15 or 14, I don't remember. But I remember that was a thing back then. And there is Team Builder in this game where you can design your own helmets, fields, team, and everything. But there's not too much detail on that also. But we already know that that's in the game, and that is what we're going to be dealing with. So I'm going to be going into like Campus IQ, wear and tear system, player abilities, home field advantage, and all of that nice stuff. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the wear and tear system is going to be like kind of NBA 2K24. It's like you're going to have badges that you can put on your players to make them like more like have more stamina and more abilities to go through what they're dealing with, and especially with the home field advantage, how they won't get nervous and like mess up. And home field advantage is going to work like there's going to be like a loud meter, and then depending how big the stadium is and how much people and how good the team is, there is going to be like a bar on the right side, the top right of your screen, and it's just going to like have like a bar graph, and it's going to be like there's 3 bars on it, or there's 5 bars. At 5 as like the max volume, and 1 as like not that much volume. But that is going to be a big factor of like how hard this game is going to be to play. And there is going to be a 12-team playoff in the Dynasty Mode. I'm not sure if they're going to like have it be able to edit it to a 4-team or 2-team like the BCS or the college football playoff. But I know that there is going to be a 12-team playoff for the rankings. And the ranking system is going to be like the same thing as NCAA 14. But one thing that I'm kind of sad about is that College Game Day is not going to be able to be in the game. And this game is not licensed by ESPN, which some people were kind of mad. But, I mean, it doesn't matter that there's like a ESPN branding on like the left side of your thing like there was on NCAA 14. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I know it's a look, and it's cool, and it gives like realistic vibes, but you don't need that. I mean, this game's already going to be realistic. And I've heard from YouTubers like Bordiacs saying this game is really realistic, and it feels like they're at the stadium and they're in the game. So I'm really excited to feel it, feel the vibe. And there's going to be 134 FBS teams. All teams actually in the FBS are going to be in this game. So there's going to be a lot of teams to choose for this game. And there is also going to be a lot of customizations. Like you did see that there was somebody wearing a hoodie. And there are some people with leg sleeves, but I'm not sure if there's going to be an option for one, because if there is an option for one, bro, boy. And another cool thing is, as a head coach, you are going to be able to fire or hire an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. So it is going to be giving you a lot of like options and power over your school. And a thing that people was mostly... And, well, not mostly, kind of wondering is if NIL is going to be in this game, which supposedly by the look, it is not going to be in the game. So I'm honestly kind of glad that it's not in the game, because you just got to think how hard it's going to be like to pay your athletes one by one, especially if you're like at a top tier school. You're going to have to choose which ones to pay, and some of them, if you're like at a small school for the first year, they might enter the transfer portal since they're not going to be getting paid that much. So it's going to be hard to keep track of like all your good players that you're going to have for your small school or even big school, depending on which school you're at. Like if you're at Alabama, it's not going to be that hard to keep your players. Like they're going to want to stay. If you're at like Kentucky, and that's an SEC school, but if you're not going to be able to pay the athletes like how they want, then they might not stay, because that school is not top tier, even though it's in the SEC. And other things that people are wondering if this is going to be a Madden reskin, and if Dynasty Mode is going to be just like Franchise Mode in Madden. And so far it is looking like that is not the case. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to see more videos from the College Football 25 and more Dynasty features, Road to Glory features, and anything from the game that you want to know about and you don't know for sure that's going to be in the game, please like, subscribe. And I'm currently trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before this game releases. So please help me get there. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later for the EA Sports College Football 25 game. Peace!